What's going on, everybody? How you doing? My name is Dr. Baya. Please welcome back to my channel. What is a covert narcissist? Signs of a covert narcissist. Covert narcissism. That is the title of this video. Now, covert narcissism and narcissism is the same family. Covert narcissists still meet the criteria for diagnosis of a narcissist. But the covert narcissist has those traits that aren't usually associated with narcissism. And one way of identifying a covert narcissist is observe shyness and introversion. These are shy and introverted people. They're self-conscious. Covert narcissists are full of insecurity. They are very defensive, and they are very sensitive to what others think of them. That is a covert narcissist. So, what are the signs of a covert narcissist? Now, high sensitivity to criticism is one of the signs of a covert narcissist. Narcissism involves insecurity and an easily damaged sense of self-esteem. And this can clearly manifest itself in covert narcissism as extreme sensitivity to criticism. So if you want to identify a covert narcissist, you'll realize that they are highly, extremely sensitive to criticism. We know that most people don't love criticism, even constructive criticism. People don't like it, most people. But paying attention to how someone responds to real or perceived criticism can offer more insight into whether you are looking at narcissistic sensitivity. So covert narcissists might make dismissive or sarcastic remarks and act as if they are above the criticism. But internally, they might feel empty, humiliated, or enraged, anger, Criticism is a threat to a covert narcissist because it constitutes evidence that the person's negative view of themselves may actually be true. So, when a covert narcissist receives a critic, instead of admiration, they can take it very badly. It pains them, it hurts them. They get angry, they get annoyed. They swing into what we call narcissistic rage. Now, the other sign of a covert narcissist is the passive aggression. Many people have used the passive aggression many times without knowing it, without realizing it. But covert narcissists often use passive aggressive behavior to express or to convey frustration or to make themselves look superior. Two main reasons drive this behavior. They deep-seated belief that they are special than others to get what they want. They believe they should get whatever they want. They have this desire also to get back at people who wronged them or had greater success. So revenge is associated with this covert narcissist. So passive-aggressive behavior involves sabotaging someone's work or friendships, teasing or mocking remarks, and then they are framed as jokes, the silent treatment, indirect blame shifting that makes other people feel bad or question what really happened, procrastinating on tasks they consider beneath them. That is part of passive aggressive behavior. So the covert narcissist, another sign is that they have this tendency to put themselves down. Narcissists have this need for attention, for admiration, for validation, for praise, for approval. And this is what leads to narcissists having this exaggerated, talk about their achievements. They boast about their achievements and they exaggerate them, or they lie about their achievements. And this is directly related to internal self-esteem issues. Narcissists spend a lot of time making sure they don't feel bad feelings, that they don't feel imperfect or ashamed or limited or small. So Covert narcissists rely on others to build up their self-esteem. They need approval from others. They need validation from others. They want acknowledgement. They want to be praised constantly. They react strongly to any criticism that confirms their negative sense of self. So, a covert narcissist might speak modestly about their contributions with an underlying goal of earning compliments and recognition. Or they may give a compliment to get a compliment back. So they compliment you so that you can compliment them. Another sign of a covert narcissist is that they are shy, or they're withdrawn in nature. So covert narcissism is synonymous with introversion. All right, this is the introverted narcissist, the covert narcissist. They are very insecure. They are deeply afraid of having their flaws, their weaknesses, their failures seen by others. That is the covert narcissist. So exposing their innermost feelings of inferiority would shatter the illusion of their superiority. So the covert narcissists, they avoid social interactions because it helps lower the chances of them being exposed. So covert narcissists may also avoid social situations or relationships that lack clear benefits. They feel superior and they tend to distrust others. Then the covert narcissists, another sign is that they have these grandiose fantasies. They spend more time thinking about their abilities and achievements than talking about them. They have this "I'll show you" attitude. They withdraw into fantasy, into an inner narrative world that's not equivalent to reality, where they have this inflated importance, powers, or a specialness that is opposite of what their actual life is like. So the covert narcissist fantasies could involve being recognized for their talents and promoted at work, being admired for their attractiveness everywhere they go, receiving praise for saving people from a disaster. So another sign of a covert narcissist is the feelings of depression. They are always anxious, emptiness, feelings of emptiness in them. Covert narcissism is all about a higher risk of co-occurring depression and anxiety than other types of narcissism. So the reason why covert narcissists are, most of them, depressed, anxious, empty, is because of their fear of failure or exposure. It contributes to anxiety. Also because of the frustration of idealized expectations not matching up with real life and the inability to get needed appreciation from others. It triggers feelings of resentment and depression. So feelings of emptiness, thoughts of suicide are closely associated with covert narcissism. We know that covert narcissists, again, they also have this tendency to hold grudges. If you want to know someone with a grudge, it's a covert narcissist. They may hold grudges for a long time, many months, many years. When a covert narcissist believes someone treated them unfairly, they might be furious, but they'll say nothing at the moment. But instead, they are more likely to wait for an ideal opportunity to make the other person look bad or to revenge in some way. The revenge might be subtle or passive-aggressive. They might start a rumor or just go on a narcissistic smear campaign, or they may sabotage your work. They may also hold grudges against people who earn the praise or recognition they think they are entitled to, such as a coworker who receives a well-deserved promotion. They may hold grudge against such people. So these grudges can lead to bitterness, to resentment, and to a desire for revenge. So the covert narcissist is also envious. They envy others. They believe others are envious of them. They envy other people who they believe they have things they feel they deserve. And these things include wealth, power, status. They also believe that others envy them because they are special and superior and very important. Covert narcissists, they don't outwardly discuss these feelings of envy, but they might express bitterness or resentment when they don't get what they believe they deserve. Then the other sign of covert narcissist is the feeling of inadequacy. When people with covert narcissism can't measure up to their superhuman standards they set for themselves, they feel inadequate in response to this failure. So they become shameful, they are angered, they feel powerless. Then the other sign of a covert narcissist is the self-serving empathy. They spend so much trying to build up their self-esteem and establish their importance that this often gets in the way. All right. They seem to have empathy for others. They might seem willing to help others out or take an extra work, but it's all self-serving. You might see the covert narcissist performing an act of kindness or compassion. Maybe you'll see them giving money and maybe food to someone sleeping on the street, or offering their spare bedroom to a family member who was evicted. But the main reason they do these things is to win the approval of others. If they don't receive praise or admiration for their sacrifice, they feel bitter and resentful and make remarks about how people take advantage and don't appreciate them. So what causes covert narcissism? We can talk about genetics, we can talk about early relationships with caregivers and relatives. So how do you deal with this covert narcissist? If you want to deal with a covert narcissist, learn more, understand the signs of covert narcissism. It can make it easier to decide when it may be time to seek support, to distance yourself, or to end a relationship with a covert narcissist altogether. To deal with a covert narcissist, learn to set healthy boundaries, because many narcissists lack boundaries, clear boundaries. So it's very important to reinforce your boundaries by setting realistic limitations and taking space from the relationship as needed. And then avoid feeling offended when dealing with a covert narcissist. It may be easier said than done, but it's very important to avoid things or taking things personally. So recognize that any hurtful comments or passive-aggressive remarks are not about you, and then don't react or engage. So finally, build a strong support system when you're dealing with a covert narcissist. Seek support from friends and family members who can offer a fresh perspective and help you recognize when you're being manipulated. So what do covert narcissists do in relationships? So they use many tactics to control their victims, and this includes gaslighting, manipulation, passive-aggressive behavior, intimidation. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you've learned something. Please, you can put your comment, say something in the comment section below. Again, if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, spare a second or two and smash that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell as well. That way, every time I upload a new video, you'll get notified about it. Knowledge is power, information is power, and learning is a superpower. I love you all to the moon and back. God bless you. Catch you later in the next video.